Hello, I'm Paddy Gardner. So I'm head of King Edward's Five Ways branch of a leadership programme that we run in the school. So it's a student-led organisation that we base ourselves in King Edward's Five Ways. So what we do is we recruit our staff in school. So we use King Edward's Five Ways as a base, as I said, to recruit our staff starting from around year 9 all the way up until year 13. And we recruit these staff with the ultimate goal that they'll be able to teach primary school kids on a Saturday and during the summer lessons in maths, science, problem solving, English. So we recruit in year 9 and we make sure they're trained up until a level where they're able to teach and up into a standard that they'll be proud of the programme and we'll be proud of them as teachers. A lot of what we do in kind of talking to the primary schools and promoting ourselves to primary schools is that we don't prejudice any primary schools. We don't see any feeder schools for this programme. We just get out the message to as many primary schools as we can that we're running masterclasses at King Edward's Five Ways. I think this helps a lot with King Edward's Five Ways' image, because at the moment people see a grammar school as selective and they might have a certain amount of people that go there. And the primary schools that we reach out to might not be the primary schools that would normally send their children to our school. So by inviting them to this masterclass, it breaks down the barrier and the impression that the school gives off that it's elite. Instead, we invite people to masterclasses which appear fun but also academic at the same time, so we can reach out to these primary schools and introduce children to five ways that may not otherwise have come to our school or even thought about it as a secondary school option. Obviously, it would change depending on the country, depending on who wanted to be involved in the project. But I can see it becoming popular, certainly in the UK. We've had other grammar schools in Birmingham already ask us about, taking on the project, adapting what we do for them, and teaching primary school kids as well. I think, in the future there are things for leadership that it could spread around the UK, maybe even across to Europe as well. Well, Mr. Chamberlain, I'd say, is the teacher with the most influential role in what we do. Well, I say teacher, more adult, with the influential role in what we do. Because as I said, we are student run. All our lessons are planned by the students, everything is taught and, organised by the students. But Mr. Chamberlain helps with the kind of overarching organisation. I joined the project in the earliest year that you can join, year 9, and from then until now I've seen so many different things. So from year 9 I was being taught by experienced year 13s, and they taught me all the experiences that they had had, and the year above me taught the same. And eventually when I got to about year 11 and year 12, when I actually started teaching, I found that I gained these experiences myself. So things like adapting and dealing with parents, with children, of course not all the parents and children can be the same, and it's difficult to teach certain subjects to when we're training our staff. It's difficult to teach math, it's difficult to teach science to them and how to teach it, but we can teach them how to deal with a situation. We can teach them to be flexible, we can teach them to be good at public speaking, to be able to be confident when they deliver a lesson. We can't teach them all the logistics, but hopefully they already know them from what they've learned in secondary school.